the pains of birth and death and eating horrible things, now kindly look upon us, not only upon me, but also upon others who are suffering. And by your causes, mercy and compassion, deliver us and maintain us. Purport. Prahlad Maharaj, a pure Vaishnava, praise the Lord, not only for himself, but for all other suffering living entities. There are two classes of Vaishnavas, the Bhajananandis and Goshanandis. The Bhajanandis worship Lord only for their own personal benefit, but the Goshanandis try to elevate all others to Krishna consciousness so that they may be saved. Fools who cannot perceive repeated birth and death and the other miseries of mental life cannot be sure of what will happen to them in their next birth. Indeed, these foolish materially contaminated rascals have manufactured an irresponsible way of life that does not consider next life. They do not know that according to one's own activities, one receives a body selected from 8.4 millions types of species. These rascals have been described in Bhagavad Gita as Vishnu Murha. Non-devotees, those who are not Krishna conscious, must engage in sinful activities, and therefore they are mudha, fools and rascals. They are such fools that they do not know what will happen to them in their next life. Although they see varieties of living creatures eating abominable things, pigs eating stool, crocodiles eating all kinds of flesh, and so on, they do not realize that they themselves, because of their practice of eating all kinds of nonsense in this life, will be destined to eat the most abominable things in the next life. A Vaishnava is always afraid of such an abominable life. And to free himself from such a horrible condition, he engages himself in devotions of God. The Lord is compassionate to them, and therefore he appears for their benefit. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whatever, wherever and wherever there is decline of the religious practice, criticisms of art, and pre-option by the religion at that time, same answer. Lord is always ready to help the fallen souls, but because they are fools and rascals, they do not take Krishna consciousness and abide by instruction of Krishna. Therefore, all the shit telling of the person is supreme person, God of Krishna, becomes a jigo to preach the Krishna consciousness. Tare ko, Krishna Upadesha. One must therefore become a sincere servant of Krishna. Amara Gyani Guru Hoya, Tare Desha. One should be the Guru and explain Krishna by the whole world, simply by preaching the teachings of the Gita. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं तदास्मयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण प्रदान सनंदना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामे नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे नमो महावरुण्याय कृष्ण प्रेम कृष्णाय चैतन्य नामिने गौरवंशे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त महाकान्त वन्दे तप्त कांचन गौरांगी नाथे वृंदावनेश्वरी कृष्णानुते देवी परमात्मनि हरि प्रिय रमाचरति माता नित्यार्पणमणि बलभद्र द्रव्यं जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for being present here for Krishna Prabhu. And I was grateful opportunity to speak something other. I'm very qualified still and getting this opportunity. First, I take this blessing, what I do, but here, so that I can speak something for my own purification. The good blessings are there. One time we can say Haribo. So here, thing, see the amazing prayers of Shukla. That's something that is hearing nobody else is more than hearing going up going love, very confident to go, very confident to go, humbly offers, humbly prayers. Prayers are filled with so much of revelations, so much of tatva, so much of amazing truths that can learn so many things. We have been seeing the last 2 days how Ratna was saying about his condition. He's saying, I'm such a humble person, my God, I'm such a simple person. My mind and senses are going astray and I'm just suffering terribly. Please save me. And in today's verse, Ratna says, my dear God, not only please save me, but please save everybody else who are suffering in this problem mentions. This is the speciality of this. Generally, person character. They just want to save themselves. There may be many yogis, jnanis, monis. They go to forest, they go to Himalaya, they do great tapasya, so that they can be saved from suffering. They are not bothered about other people's suffering. They are just want to save themselves. But Prabhu said that, especially of Vaishnavas, that they not only want to save themselves, save, they know that this being in this material world is a terrible thing. Just suffering in birth or is better. And they know that everybody is suffering. So most of the people will not know that yes, that Prabhupada came to America on 17th September 1965. First time set his foots in Boston and he had 1 day tour and then next day he moved to Poland. And then in the poem writes, my Lord, I don't know why you brought to this terrible place. And people are suffering so much. And people are so much influenced by Tamavan and wrestling. But they are thinking they have to be very happy. Very good. Thinking, oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do this. And what is terrible? Terrible is that people are so much influenced by Tamavan and wrestling. And because of which, they are not in touch with the reality. And imagine they are very happy, they are very comfortable, and they are doing great things, and they are progressing, and they are not now doing this great thing, that great thing, and now we are going to moon and we are going here and there. They are in the illusion of happiness and success. Oh, all this stupidity and foolishness. People are all of that. Imagine all the jaws of snake. Think I'm so great, I'm so happy, and celebrating such a so these people are all in all that moving position of work and that thing is very compassionate and pray that my God, I desire that deliverance. Deliver that. your greatest admission. And if you so desire, you can do it. What is impossible? And my dear Lord, I know that if they hear this Mr. Bhagavatam, they will feel enlightened and they will be purified and they will be excited to situation. But I don't know how they are going to understand this message. I have no power to make them understand. Please bless me. Please empower me that I can present your message appropriately. That is that I can understand. It takes a lot of work. Well, I don't know, I have no qualification. And you just make me dance. And just copy me on. Bhakti nahi, Ved nahi. So, Prabhupada was thinking, Prabhupada had found that compassion. He had not come for his own enjoyment here. And he had not come to prove the whole world how great he is. Or he had not come to add one more figure in his cap of his achievements. No? He was gracefully instituted Vrindavan again on instruction of his such master to give this most important message to the world. And yet, we can repeatedly see the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. Repeatedly see Prabhupada purpose, his stresses, how we should share this message, how people are suffering. They don't know they're suffering, but they're suffering. And we have to share this message. Tare dekho, tare ho, Krishna is. We should give this message and help suffering. So, sometimes when we accept Krishna consciousness also, we feel very happy, we feel benefited, and then we want to help others. We also want to share Krishna consciousness. But sometimes we see that when we try to share Krishna consciousness with others, instead of others becoming happy and grateful with us, they become irritated with us. And sometimes instead of, in spite of doing such wonderful services of preaching and sharing, later we may also feel frustrated. What is this? No? What is this? So much service, but nobody is appreciating. And we may get this. So sometimes we get some knowledge of Krishna, which are very good practices. Then we can understand what is right and what is wrong. And we can immediately see the faults in others. And immediately understand, oh, this person is too puffed up, he has to become humble. The what this person is so insensitive, he has to be more sensitive. And we want to preach to others. Who they think we should become humble. Who you should practice nicely. And we think that I'm doing great favor to others. What I'm doing? I'm telling them truth. I'm telling them what is going to benefit them. This person is suffering so much because of past pride. Only he can become humble. How wonderful it is. He is not able to understand. And even when I'm telling, he's being upset on me. So I may feel like that. So we want to help others, but then others feel we are just only disturbing them. They are not feeling help. They are feeling disturbed. Does it happen sometimes? So why does it happen in such a way? And that it happens because we are not interested in our self following. Without our self following, we want others to follow. We want others to become humble. We think, oh, it is very powerful. What is mirror was our own consciousness? If you are puffed up, we think every other person is a puffed up. And we want others to become humble. You don't understand, actually, I need to be humble. It's not that other person popped up. Maybe other person popped up or not. I don't know, but definitely I am popped up. Because we cannot see the world in reality in reality. We see through our perceptions. Mm. And our perception very much go through our false ego and our false. And if you are puffed up, naturally we see others with puffed up. Whether others is puffed up or not, we don't know. But we feel others puffed up and we feel that they need to be humble, they need to be obedient. And we may instruct others. But if we ourselves are not following, our words will not have, it won't be taken right spirit. Rather, it will have opposite effect. We may think I am helping, but other person will feel we are helpful. Instead of help, it will become disturbance. And sometimes can lead to conflict in situation. It can lead to ugly situation. So, I am really selflessly concerned about others' welfare. He's not taking it up. He's ruining his life. You may feel very concerned. But that compassion is actually not really compassion. It's just illusion. We are just trying to, instead of rectifying ourselves and removing impurity in our heart, we are just trying to rectify others. The world. We are suffering in the world. We are suffering because they are impurity in the heart. So instead of rectifying people around and trying to change it, it's very important that we recognize that there are impurity within my heart and I need to improve. So when we improve ourselves, then there's a different impact. If we are proud and we see other person proud, we may feel irritated. But if you are humble and another person proud, that will not, others pride will not irritate us, will not disturb us. And then maybe humbly, if we share with others what they need to do, that may have some positive impact. But because of some fault of others, we are irritated, we disturb, and we try to rectify them. Because they are rectifying, our main motivation is that motivation coming from our irritation or disturbance. But that is not going to have positive impact on us. We are thinking that others will rectify, then I will be peaceful. But no matter how others rectify and how the world rectifies and how situation, you won't be peaceful because there's something to be rectified. We need to be humble, we need to be sensitive, we need to be powerful, we need to develop service, we need to be also sometimes we see that when we want to preach, that's the question consciousness. We see, oh, other people are in great need. Just see, they're ignorant, let me help them. And sometimes we may do a lot of sacrifice. But then others may not appreciate that sacrifice. The person whom we are helping, he may not think we are helping. They may not be grateful. Or maybe other devotees also may not appreciate our sacrifice or service. And then sometimes we may feel frustrated. We may think, what is this? I did so much service. I gave so many years, so much time for food distribution, for preaching, for doing this seva, that seva, for helping, nobody values. And then I told you that all the devotees who perform my did, they are appreciating. And what is use of doing all this? And we may get this. So, yes, we should preach. Yes, we should share. It's very important. What is our motivation? What is our consciousness behind sharing Krishna consciousness? If you think I'm helping others, I'm doing some favor to others, you should know we will be frustrated in the end. So the oh, this person is a neophyte, he doesn't know anything. I have to help him. He's studying so much. I should help him. And while helping him, we think that oh, maybe in future this person will be grateful to me. He, I helped him so much. He'll remember me. Maybe he worships me also. They will be grateful to me. Okay, no? So if you have that expectation, we should know that you'll be frustrated. That person is not grateful. And whether he worships us or not, I'm not sure, but definitely will let on criticize, say that this person is ruining my life. Sometimes the opposite results come out. He, if he try to preach with this idea, this not preach. Or we think, oh, let me preach. So tomorrow, this person, when he becomes devotee, he will help financially, he can help me emotionally, or maybe I will have extra manpower, I need a lot of, I have so many big ideas by little bit sacrifice, little bit, if some, I can make someone do it, I can get great help. Hmm? So if you have these ideas that you get financial help, emotional help, manpower, many other help, we should know our expectations will be frustrated. Hmm? And later on, we feel drained out and we feel, what is this? I'm doing so much service, but nobody is appreciating, nothing is happening, and one may get discouraged. Or sometimes we think, oh, let me preach, just so that everybody in the world can know how great Vaishnava I am. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, greatness, how great Vaishnava is, can be known by how many people's life he has transformed. So right now, people of this world don't know my greatness. So let me share Krishna class. Some hearts of thousands and millions. And then people will understand. Here is a great soul, Mahatma. So sometimes you think that. Sometimes you think, oh, this Krishna is wonderful, Prabhupada came, preached for 12 years and he had millions of followers. Just Prabhupada disciples have preached, now they have millions of followers. It's an amazing way to become influencer. I can become multi-influencer. So it is like different ideas and different motivations. But these are all in our pocket. And the result of this will be will be not only we frustrated, we criticize others. We criticize juniors to whom we help. We criticize our seniors. They are ungrateful. I get so much sacrifice. We criticize ISKCON. We criticize management. We criticize uh, maybe Guru Parampara also. Because these people have they just keep talking big things. They don't care also for all the sacrifice. So maybe get deluded by. So what is the proper appropriate motivation? Yes, you have to preach, you have to share Krishna consciousness, but you have to do it with proper attitude, proper consciousness. Some of the proper attitudes are, you should just know I was suffering so much, and this devotees helped me so much. And because of the help of devotees, my life has transformed. My life has become better. I was in a very miserable condition. But just because of Krishna consciousness, because of devotees' love, care, affection, help, support, I have become at least the same person. At least I have become, at least my life. You can see now I am saved from so many dangerous problems and calamities. So one is grateful to Krishna, grateful, grateful to God, grateful to Krishna. And because of the gratitude, he wants to assist, he wants to serve. One is grateful, one wants to reciprocate. Grateful doesn't mean just saying thank you. Real gratitude is how can I serve? So because we feel benefit, we want to serve, and because we want to serve our superiors or other people engage us in some service. And so you want to say, okay, or superiors or authorities or spiritual master, something like that. Okay, Prabhu, can you please help? Why not Prabhu? Because I have received so much. I want to bless. So out of gratitude, when we do some seva, seva of sharing, seva of distribution, seva of whatever seva we do, that will actually give us satisfaction. And that will have impact. But if you do with other motivation, then it will go back. So when we are doing seva, seva is seva only when we do with gratitude. If you do with expectation, that is not seva. If you think, oh, by doing this, I'll get this, then it is not a seva. But we do it because I'm grateful. I received so much, I have to give back something. And that way, we receive love, we give love. We receive whatever we give, in that there is fulfillment. So this is proper consciousness for sharing. Another proper attitude may be, let me engage in some meaningful seva. Else my time and energy will get invested. And I don't do some seva to Krishna, I don't do seva to Guru, I don't. What will I do with my own energy and time? I mean, just waste it in some application. That is such a horrible waste. What an important situation. So I have to do something about citizen. Resources I have. Needing something. What is meaningful in service? Very meaningful. So let me engage in some meaningful. Otherwise, I may go in mine, and then I may suffer terribly. So that can be another. Similarly, sometimes we may share Krishna. Why? Because we know I cannot practice Krishna alone. I need help. But when we preach to others, actually we tell others to chant Hare Krishna, that are these courses to chant Hare. It is said the speaker is the most attentive audience. Audience may hear or not hear, but the speaker hears. And if he listens and follows, that is his benefit. So preaching is never goes in vain. Anytime anybody preaches, 100% success. Why? So at least one person becomes devoted. That is he himself. No? Preaching. There are other whole world become devoted or not. At least we can get it. So when we see this opportunity, I want to be Krishna. And it's very difficult to be Krishna conscious. But when we share others, or if I share, I have to practice also. So that pushes us to practice. And that in that way, it saves us from Maya. It's what greatest gift we have is you don't want to lose it. So you have to share with others so that at least we can maintain what we have received. So it's very important that at least we should never think that I am any favor. Think, oh, I'm going out for this, going out for college, going for this Krishna, and I'm sacrificing this thing, this, that, in favor to favor, favor to my research master, favor to Prabhupada, and favor to our world. One should not be that. That will be great. A lot of disturbance in my life. Rather than to think, by accepting my service, my superiors are doing favor. Social master is doing favor. Temple president is doing favor. And people who are around me, they are doing favor to me. Prabhupada, we see, he never thought that he's doing favor towards me. I thought, oh, I should not so much good. He has sent me all these people so that I can serve him. Because then I represented his good. And he gave credit to them. He was grateful to them. He did not think he was doing favor to them, but definitely he felt that they are doing favor to him. And he was grateful. So we should always, when you're preaching, we should be grateful. If somebody is giving time to hear Krishna, we should be grateful. Thank you, Prabhu, for coming for us. Thank you, Prabhu. So we are engaging some anybody helps us in any way, but we should not think others should be grateful to me. We should not think I'm grateful. Otherwise that will lead to frustration. Sometimes there is unfortunate vicious cycle that we see. Um, there is some perpetrator or abuser, there is some victim person, and then there is some helper. Sometimes these three people are there. One person is one who perpetrates or abuses. Another person is victim, victim person. Another person is one who wants to help. So sometimes we think, oh, this person is getting victimized. I should help him. So when we want to help other person, we think, oh, I'm doing great favor to him. And when we help, then what happens is that in helping we may sacrifice many things. And then without expressing to others, we may expect other person should be grateful to us, should be sensitive to us, should follow us, agree with us, many unspoken expectations. And then we see that over the time, that other person whom helper is trying to help the victim, that victim person doesn't respect. Then the helper feels that I am victimized, I am taking advantage of. Then मैंने इतना help किया, ये किया, ये कुछ spirit नहीं कर. So he starts feeling, he feels victimized. I am taking advantage because I was simple, I was devotee, and I was helping. And then when one feels that he has been victimized, then what he does, then he may abuse again others. First, somebody has victimized me, now I have to be careful. Then I have to, then he may, because there is a consciousness that I am being victimized. What he does, he victimizes others. And that person becomes, that person, they began with trying to be helper. So we have to be in touch with the reality. We should not be in illusion. Sometimes in conditions we are in our own illusions. How we are a great person, how we are helping others. Now others should be as entitlement consciousness. Modern society is entitlement consciousness. That is a very dangerous consciousness, which can make us miserable today, tomorrow, and forever. Unless we give that entitlement consciousness, attitude of gratitude, things can be good. So one time, one devotee was sharing. So here is one company. So and there was one devotee who was not having a job. He was struggling very hard. Then this devotee A, he gave job to devotee B because devotee B was in need. Though B was not very qualified. So A thought, I should help this person. I should be merciful. Though he is not qualified, let me help him. Let me be merciful. Let me show compassion. Let me do some favor to this person. And then as we got the job and we started working in company and all this, 1, 2 years of job, we learn all the secrets of the job. And then after that he started another company, obviously. He left the company and he became a competitor for this. Then the company was so frustrated. So he was thinking, "Arey, what is this be? He cheated me. What he has done? He was in the need, he was not having job. I gave him job, he was not qualified also. And I made him stand on his feet. And then what did he do? What did he do? He learned all secrets and then he has started, and simply he has started another company and now he has become my competitor. Hmm. So actually, A earlier was thinking that he is helper, but then he started feeling, he said, oh, victimized. And when one becomes victimized, then what happens? If you, I have to make some policy so that in future nobody will take advantage of me. Hmm? Isn't it? And the policy will become very abusing policies. Now because you are working in my company, you have to deal with so many rules, so many restrictions, and then what happens? The person who are working in company, they feel what is this devotee? This devotee, but he is more dangerous than a not person. And devotees in company start judging that probably he is abusing. Hmm? So he wanted to help, but he got victimized, and then he started, and all devotees got started. So I saw with my own eyes this, I just telling you. So sometimes when you have this idea that I'm doing favor to someone, uh, that is not a very sustainable idea. Uh, that will end up in frustration. The devotee, I made, both of us were, in same voice in college days, that when my childhood, he went abroad and then he went to business, related to business, and then he became very successful in business. Then one time he met me and he said, "Prabhu, I want to tell you good news. I'm doing this business, technically 19 or this. Now I'm planning of starting this business. And now my idea is I want to help devotees." And then he said, "I helped this devotee, that devotee." He told me names of many big devotees, no? How he had, this devotee was Brahmaji, he had changed ashram, I helped him give a job, did that, not get it. Couple of things he told. He said, mm, he's trying to help. Sir. And then he said, "Prabhuji, I know you are preaching to so many IITs and so many people, anytime they need job, please tell me. I want to help you. And I want to help boys." So he was thinking that he wants to help himself. And that time I was just thinking, I just it clicked to me that this is his second business and first business first. So what I was thinking, I was remembering Radha Giridhar. Radha Giridhar says that uh, if your first business, you start second business for Krishna, and in second business, what you do? Give 50% to Krishna, give 50% discount. In that way, what happened? You can see that will be service also. You are not taking risk because your first business anyway going on. Second business you are doing, you mm, uh, what do you do? You give 50% Krishna, and that way you can see, how things, so so I had attended that seminar of what is it, Radha. He had come to Utah and given some talk to all donors and rich people. In idea to how they can contribute and so that was in my mind. I said, "Hey, I did not pay attention to his idea that he wants to help me and help the devotees. But I thought, hey, maybe I should help you. How I can help you? They inspire him to give 50%. Because this is your second job, This is second business. It's not like first business I told you, this, maybe he has to maintain this family, that. And he's already told me that he has been successful, So I just thought, spontaneously, because, hey, he said, your second business is wonderful. Then I said, I really want to help you. What I want, I was telling him, Prabhu, if you can make a commitment that 50%, discount, 50% Krishna, that will make a great difference in your life. You'll see how much joy and satisfaction and happiness you get. Any business is anxiety and frustration and pain. But if you add this policy in your life, 50% Krishna, because now you're working for Krishna. See how life will be. I just spontaneously he said, well, we are all together in boys' college, there is no very friendly, Uh, normally I will not say to anyone like this, but because this was like a, I just said, and we are meeting after many, many years actually. As soon as I said, I don't give. Said, Prabhuji, all you Brahmacharis are completely impacted. You just sit on gas and you repeat talks. And sometimes people become senior, they think now they have realized everything. Prabhuji, I know you have pants shirt duty, Don't try to guide me. I'm only that this senior devotee, they are now giving talks everywhere. But I know them and they're up and all, And he said, the whole world may this thing, whatever they may respect him, but doesn't mean that they should expect me also to respect and all this. No? He became, and he said, Bro, I'm feeling so hard. Bro, do you know what it means to earn money? Do you know what is business, bro? Do you know how much nights you don't get sleep? How much that I just stunned, what happened, just, in one moment, he just became, so angry, upset, and disturbed, then really big. Okay. Yes. Yes, I see you are my friend only. You are from. Then I was later on just reflecting why this dynamics happen. Well, anyway, I wait for we embraced and we had no nice chat. Things become. But later on when I went back, he came after so many years. We are happily meeting, and all of a sudden, why dynamics change? So I changed because he was thinking that he is going to help me and the students of my college. And I thought I will help him. Thinking a person will be suffering terribly, between business and it's all. But imagine if I can inspire him, his contribution to Krishna. What a great, he will be so peaceful, so happy. So I was thinking that maybe I should help. So when there is consciousness that I'm doing favor, I'm going to help, that actually boomerang. And I was just reflecting, how should I have dealt with him? That's then actually I said, oh, very wonderful. Thank you very much for the information. If I need your help, I will definitely. As of now, maybe I don't need. As of now, I don't. But if I need, I will. And but if I think that I'm going to help, people don't want to receive. People don't want to get anybody's mercy. People want to show mercy to others. They don't want to be on anybody's mercy. So, so we have to be very, very conscious. What is our consciousness? I think I'm going to help others, or I think I'm helping others and doing favor to others. They don't deserve, but still I'm going out. That consciousness can be very helpful. Another example, other day, one junior devotee, same name, was complaining about some senior devotee. He was saying that that senior devotee was in great need, he was in great difficult situation, that junior devotee had to. And when the junior devotee was helping senior, he said, "Hey, Prabhu, you are so senior person, you have done so much service, and you are so dear to Prabhupada, and us, yes, you have been doing service, now in need, I just want to and help you." And he actually had financial problem, this, that, he had problem, and senior devotee was like father really. And he was like son, very, lot of maybe senior dude is 70, 75 years old, junior dude is maybe 40 years old, or whatever. But senior dude is very distant, and junior dude was a very successful businessman, and senior dude was in financial. So he thought, hey, senior dude, let me help. But then he helped him. But then later on, after some time, 1, 2 years, 2, 3 years went well, but then later on, so many problems started happening between them. And so I talked to the senior devotee. Told you what do you think about that junior? He said, "Oh, that junior is so nice. Yes, I'm so much grateful." I said, Prabhu is very frustrated with you. He said, Prabhu, he wants me to act in this way. He wants to dictate me. He wants to do me one. He wants to control me. He said, that may be difficult. I'm grateful to him that, and he gave me money, but that doesn't mean that he can control me, no? And he said, Roji, but if you want, maybe then I can arrange the reimburse whatever money there. But I don't want that in him to be too much, nagging me and okay. And this junior devotee was saying, what is this Roji? He's thinking of reimbursement. I never thought, I just wanted to help him, and and but he's not recognizing my help, and I helped him, but then he's very fed up with it. He doesn't understand. So the point is, we see that person sometimes does help, but one is not conscious. What is the uh, motivation behind it? Sometimes we may have some motivations, and but we are not aware about wrong motivation, and later on, then that spoils the relationships. So, so sometimes we see help other person also. Sometimes we accept help, and then we see that uh, relationship is spoiled. Why relationship is spoiled? Because there is some mm, problem in the consciousness, some problem in the motivation. So sometimes we help others, and then others don't receive it accordingly, and then we may become upset. We may start blaming others, not the relationship. So you have to reflect why things are little bit becoming messy. So we should not be in that consciousness that I'm going to help others, I'm going to do favor to others. Yes, uh, that is the ideal situation, but we have to understand. I don't have that consciousness. Right now, I'm in conditions that I'm selfish. I'm just thinking how I can enjoy, how I can benefit. Uh, Ideology may be the case, I have to selfless and help others. I may speak like that. In heart of heart, actually, I'm not selfless. In heart of heart, I'm serving with ulterior motive. So we have to be conscious that actually we don't have compassion. We have to be conscious that I'm not so selfless. So we may say, I want to serve, I want help, but we have to be aware that actually it's not that I want to help, I want to serve. I want my ulterior motives. So we may prove to the whole world how I serve, but in the end, everything will be messy. And we may bend the whole world, but reality is not going to change. We have to come to reality that I don't have compassion, I don't have selflessness. I'm selfish too. I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy lastly and subtly. I want name, fame, glory, all these things. So if I want to help, then we have to, if our mind is telling I am just helping, doing favor, we should know this cheating business. So you have to ask, oh, why do you want to do favor? What do you want in return? No? So then if you go again, you have to acknowledge, I have this ulterior motive. And then better we speak about it. Bro, I want to help you because I want this in return. Are you okay with it? Yes. Then you go on. Otherwise, there will be frustration. Hmm? Like that, the junior dude is helping senior. Because I want to help you, but I want that, I want you're doing this seva. I want to say that seva. We can, you own this project together and we can be partners. Decision making will be together. Not that you are doing. But in the beginning, you say, oh, Prabhu, we'll help. I just want to help you, hoping that he will accept as friend and then he will accept our decisions also. That will not happen. And if you, before I tell that, Prabhu, I want to help you because I want to become partner with your preaching or your project or something. And so that then we can make decisions together. I can also have say, you can also. And if that person is happy to say, he may say, but if it's not okay, he says, really, I don't want your help. Let me struggle, but I will manage myself. I don't need your help. But unspoken expectations are there. Sometimes we are also not aware. It's important that we ask ourselves, why I'm sacrificing, why I'm struggling, why I'm going out of way, why I'm favoring others. Why is this person not qualified? Why I'm saying, what I want in return. And the ulterior motives, the better we frankly discuss about it. Otherwise, it will ruin the relationship. Or if you think, oh, I'm sharing this, I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing this so that my superior is happy, person must be happy, young person happy. And because what I am by the mercy. So that is, if you're doing it out of gratitude, then what? Then we'll not be frustrated. Then we'll advance nicely. But any service, if you're not doing out of gratitude, if you're doing to favor someone, you should know, you will be frustrated. So, if any service comes to us, and if you want to do service, you have to check whether I'm grateful to receive that service. And then, when you do service, you should also be eager to take feedback. Whether is my service appropriate or not. Are people whom I'm serving, are they happy with it or not? Not that we think I'm doing service and everybody must be happy. And sometimes service, less mistakes happen. We should be ready to take forgiveness. And another person sometimes does mistake, ready to forgive. In that way, then we can have proper relationships and then we can continue serving nicely. And if we serve with this problem, as time passes, we see our relationship will become better. Our hearts will become more and more powerful. And then we will happy. And then we feel more grateful. If you do say with proper conscience, we become more and more grateful. And more we get grateful, more and more enthusiastic we become. More and more joyful we become. And relationship will become very nice, sweeter. But if these motivations are not proper, then everything will be bitter. Relationship will become bitter, our hearts will become bitter, will be frustrated. Here we see Ratna is praying to Narasimha. My dear Lord Narasimha, I'm suffering terribly. Please save me. Save all this. And then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Sudarshan. One comment, huh? One small comment. Yes. Comment is when you said that you were telling him to give some amount. And you no, that was not said. But I reflected in my own heart. What my I was thinking, he's suffering terribly, he's so puffed up fellow. He is no, he's thinking he's doing favor. Let me do some favor to him. Let me help him. Because my conscience was not immediately exploded. So actually, mm, uh, people respond to not what we say, what we do, but respond to our conscience. What is our conscience very important? If our conscience is inappropriate, we may say good things, we may do good things, but reactions are very dangerous. The reaction and then with that means something wrong. You may have said nicely, you may have done nicely, everything externally, technically, everything will work. But the result is different than means this problem. I was reflecting, what was the problem? Problem was actually answer your question. Let's answer your question. Yes. Or no? Yes. Okay. This victim you are saying, right? You're telling victimized person abuser. Am I right? Is this what you? Yeah. But a victimized person, he should feel, he actually feels, though I was victimized, others should not be. So he will be extra concerned. I don't understand this. Order to defend, we may end up offending. Hmm? I'm saying when we feel I have been victimized, then we want to see that in future we don't get victimized. We want to protect ourselves, isn't it? Okay. We want to defend ourselves, isn't it? And when we try to defend, we may end up offending others unknowingly, unconsciously. We may not have intention of offending, but unconsciously we may offend. And then the other person becomes victim. Yes, another person comes. Now it's okay. Like I gave you example of that devotee who wanted to help others and then other person took advantage, started and then he felt victimized. Earlier he was thinking he's helping others, they were not helping. And then because uh, he was victimized, then he made his policies in company in such a way that other who are now working, they started feeling victimized. There is a power, there is too much, no? Because he tightened the nuts, no? General and then and very popular question. I wanted to hear like, this Prabhupada often speaks about Vajjananandis and Goshtianandis. Often Vajjananandis, I mean, in this and some other, the context is that of Munis who go to Himalayas and they are just interested in their own liberation. Others of the company. So, but Bhajananandis are also Vaishnavas. Also Bhajanandis. And Vaishnavas by nature cannot be selfish. So I was just curious that, and many times also discussion comes that in between, like after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at least in some Sampradaya, many of the great acharyas, they were more Bhajanandis than Goshtami. So how to assimilate everything, because such great acharyas cannot be thinking about themselves. But they were not like extremely Christian, they were not extremely. So Bhajan Anand means one who takes pleasure in Bhajan, very high stage. Higher than that is Western India. don't take pleasure in sharing Krishna. We should know I am very below. I am 725 Anandi. I'm Boganandi. I'm not by Boston. So you think I am Boston, which in the whole world better than I'm Boganandi. I'm trying to anger and present very difficult. And preaching is even more difficult. Preaching is very exalted. Preaching out of compassion for Prabhupada and all our children is very worshipful. Back to the question for the we say that. So what we can do is we can assist questions. So I am you know I am Boganandi, but questions are great. So I have one that level. I can assist in some way so that I can also get great. My question was how to understand the acharyas who were not to do so much in the service, even though they were like very advanced. Most of the Mahabharats, they think whole world is Krishna consciousness. Only I am not Krishna. So maybe I have to purify myself. They go with it. So they think that the only problem is that there's no problem in this world. Only problem is I am not a pure devotee. I have to become pure devotee. Let me become. So they focus. Maybe when they become pure devotee, then they will feel, oh, maybe I should share Krishna with others. Because others also suffer. Isn't that pure devotee consciousness only that the whole world is like Krishna conscious only? I am not Krishna. That's Samadhi. So, as Prabhupada is mentioning that, Samadhi will be there. But then, when it comes to Madhyamadi, it's like, Samadhi becomes confident that preaching. Then, the Samadhi comes to Madhyamadi, he starts preaching. Yes, and Tom, Prabhu, yeah.
It's very insightful. I was just confused about so the businessman example. Like, why was this? Was just not clarifying enough for me. What would you have done different next time, or if you could do this again, and approach him, or even approach the devotee or not, or how would you have approached?
You're talking about the young devotee and elder devotee?
No, it's the businessman.
Okay. Okay. The business friend, when I told you should do 50% for Krishna, and he got upset. How I will do next time? Next time, if another devotee approaches me in such consciousness, oh, great news. I will pray for you. Anyway, uh, you want to help me and help devotees on Krishna. If I need any help, or if any devotee under my care, need any, let me. We cannot try to take a superior position to other person unless other person gives us that authority. Okay. Someone has to be very clear. So he's thinking I am a friend. I have to treat him like a friend. But if he think I am superior to him, let me advise him. That is then relationship will become strained because there is misunderstanding. You are trying to assume position which you are not awarded. So his friend, I be friend, and there's no need to advise, no need to know. And if he asks, Prabhu, what is the idea? This, that, then we can share. But we can't have this constant I will help you. So or consciousness that, oh, let me advise you, So you can't advise, can't help other person.